guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing good, doing great. Everything is going your way, and you're having an amazing day, amazing week, and we'll have an amazing 2025. And how about let's go for an amazing life? Okay, guys, so let's move this video right on along so it doesn't have to be so long because even though I know this is my channel and I can do what I want with my channel, I just don't want my videos to be so long all the time. Like, some is definitely going to be long because I love talking about these things. So I go on and like blah blah. But anyway, um yes, so the weather today, guys, it was like 59 degrees. And if you were sitting in a car, like the sun was shining, so you didn't need to cut like the heat on because it felt warm. And then if you get out, you needed a jacket or something because it was cold. But I am so not ready for summer and so not ready for spring. And I wish it would stay dark 5:30 every day. Okay, those are some things that I wish. Okay, this is, I don't know, yeah, maybe I didn't say that. This is my hair. Like, I got a piece down, had it in a little bun, like a little flower, but it dropped because I was up early doing things and it just got all over the place. All right, so anyways, here are eight of the best things you can do for yourself, guys, okay? Now, these are my opinions. I didn't tell you to do it. You have your own free will. So number one, pray and thank God for all things. And I know some of you don't believe in God. You have different beliefs and everything, and that's fine. No need to fuss about it, get upset about it or anything. These are my beliefs. I'm not putting anything upon you. I like to believe that I'm a pretty smart person, and I love talking about life issues and stuff like that because I know that I'm made for it. But I never put it upon you. Like, you could do what you want, okay? This is just me. All right, so number one, pray and thank God for all the things. Like, for me, I always talk to God ever since I was little. And sometimes it slips out. Like the other day, the bathroom sink, um, the water wouldn't come on, but it was coming on upstairs. Like, the water was on. Downstairs, the tub, the toilet, everything was working. And what did I do? The first thing I did, because I'm dependent on God, I was like, God, like, please fix it. And then I let it drip and then it worked, but then I didn't like the stuff that came out of it, which was a pile of rust. But then it looks like it got better. So it was, I guess the snow froze it up some, but it was only just in that bathroom. But anyways, not saying that God's going to come like that, because he's not always going to come like that. Okay. And that's for your own good that he doesn't come like that. But just saying, you're supposed to pray. Like, when I get on my knees, I kid you not, and I say my prayers, like, I feel a presence, a wonderful presence around me. And I know that it's God. And I've had many experiences with God, enough to know that it was God. So yes, I'm always dependent on God. So number two, create a life that only consists of you. Now, that means get the tools that you need in life where you don't have to depend on other people or need anyone for anything, except if, let's say, you trip up and something happens and you tell somebody to call the ambulance. That's the assistance that the people are giving you. But otherwise, if you say, I'm hungry and I want cookies, you could say, I'm going to get those cookies because I have the tools to go and get my cookies right now. Why I feel like I'm craving for these cookies. And you go and satisfy your need for the cookies. And you don't have to wait for anybody else to come and get you the cookies. And then they probably won't come. So you might have to wait until tomorrow because this person probably doesn't feel like it. And that's fair or whatever. But if you have your own tools, you can get those cookies. But don't get too much, though. I mean, that's you if you want to. But, don't get too much because I love cookies, so I'm always eating lots and lots of cookies, and even I gotta stop. But just an example, if you want that sub, if you want that salad, if you want that sweet tea or that mocha cat frappe, whatever, okay, you can go get it because you got the tools and you work hard. Like, just try to find a job, and try to save money, and then you can have it. I know it's hard, but if that's how you want to build your life up, that's just what you have to do. And another thing is, how you get excited to go out with your friends or a lover. you're like, I gotta go buy a dress, I gotta get ready for this date that I'm going out, this having fun with my friends. When you have a life consist of you, make plans with yourself. Also be like, I gotta get home at this certain amount of time, and then I gotta go watch this movie that I planned. And while you're out, get you some nice food that you want, because those are the best dates with yourself. Because you can be on a date with yourself like in your bed, in your comfies, things you probably wouldn't even wear outside. And you don't have to worry about your hair, so your hair can just be freely flowing and all over the place. Like, you don't, like, no makeup, no nothing, just nothing, with yourself. And just like, dwelling in that moment, and really dwell in the moment and love doing this to where you keep making dates with yourself. And that's like, even if you're married, even if you're in a relationship, you have a roommate, like living with your best friend, still do it. Because you don't have to be in each other's face like this all day just because you're in a relationship or you have a best friend that you feel like you gotta constantly keep entertaining all day. No, I know I wouldn't like that. I don't want to entertain anyone all day. Okay, I gotta go off to myself and I gotta have some time. And so I learned to love to do these things. Like, I play games by myself. It's some stuff that I still need to learn how to do by myself. Like, I haven't been to the movies yet by myself. And there's this movie I want to see, and I'm thinking about going to go see it by myself, okay? Because nobody else wants to go see the scary movie. If you know that it's called Nasta Terrafew, I think that's how you pronounce it. It looks so good. Like, it's a paranormal movie. I really want to go see it. I mean, I know that I'm going to be kind of afraid because it does look like it's scary. And someone told me that they were very impressed by the movie. So I'm thinking it's kind of going to be scary. So I didn't really want to go by myself. But looks like it's going to end up that I'm going to have to go by myself. But anyways, and I just saw it today. It's still in the movies after all this time. Like, it came out ever since Christmas. Okay. But anyway, you got to learn how to do these things alone, because no one is ever going to be with you 24/7, and no one is ever safe to say they're going to come, they're going to be with me. Like, don't think about this all the time. Have fun, live your life, but just keep that in the back of your mind. This person could leave me any day, and that's for friends, family, relationships, anything. Okay? All right. So, number 3, have your own business. So it doesn't matter if you work 12 hours, like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 3 to 5, anytime, a 9 to 5. You know what happened in 2019 when the world shut down? It may do it again, and this time it might be worse. So you want to plan and make steps for things like that, okay? So if it does, then now everybody's going to be probably needing something that you do, whether you make shoes. Yes, people make shoes. Whether you make socks, whether you make robes, I mean, anything, people are going to need you. So always try to have something that you do on the side, but remember to not wear yourself out. All right, next is number 4, save whatever you can. So saving is very important, guys. I remember once with change, I used to save change because that's what both of my parents used to save change, and they were so good at it. So I started doing it, and then I started seeing the benefits. Like, I saved like over $800 one time, and I was able to pay my bills, buy other stuff that I needed, food, some things that I like. I was so amazed, guys. Like, just take the change, as I tell my son. If you have $5, save 2, okay? And all the change. Leave a little bit of change for tax, and then take some and put it inside of a jar. And especially a jar you cannot see in. When you look in it, you're gonna be so surprised, guys, okay? So saving money, especially for expenses that may come up. Number 5, always have a backup plan. It's just like basically save whatever you can, because having a backup plan, sometimes you need like backup chargers. Like, why not have a set of chargers? Get things when you don't need it. And I know everybody cannot afford to do that, but just try. Like, if you need something, let's say like you have 3 chargers in case this charger go out, and I won't be sitting in the house being like, well, that store is closed, so I have to wait until tomorrow. Try to have backup plans when you can. When you least think that you don't need things, get that thing that will be a backup. Say, like, for example, my phone went out, but I had a backup phone. Wasn't quite like my other phone, but um, it's still good. Like, this is a really, really good phone, okay? Like, this is an iPhone. I had an Android. And my Android, I really love that Android. And like when I get another one, I think I'm gonna get that same one again because I really liked it. Now this one is an iPhone and this one is really good, but you like what you like. Put it like that. But let's just say by the good grace of God, I had a backup phone and didn't have to immediately go out and buy me another phone. But that's in the making, you know, but I still have a phone for right now. So backup plans are very good. And sometimes you need backup people, not saying in an unfaithful way, like I said, but you know, backup people. Just saying that you don't just have one person in your life that is doing stuff for you or whatever. Okay. And even if you do the best you can. If you don't need to have a whole lot of people in your life, okay? So that's not what I mean, because that is called trouble. Having a whole lot of people in your life. Number 6, stop telling your secrets. Okay, say like for example, you get on your knees and say a prayer. If you hear something that God tells you or God like put something in your way to show you, like you see a sign of something that you was asking God about, you don't have to go tell anybody else. That's nobody else's business. That is between you and God, okay? And most people in the world are not happy for you anyway, so all they're gonna do is wish bad luck upon you and try to get in the way of your blessings and try to say all kind of negative stuff, and that doesn't always work, guys. But it can have some kind of effect on you by telling people things. Like, keep your mouth closed. Everybody doesn't need to know everything. And if you want to start something, stop telling people, because they're going to only try to beat you to the game and say, well, if she likes that and she came up with that plan, maybe other people might like it, so let me start it before her. And now they run away with your plan. Okay, that's just some things that you just need to keep to yourself. You don't have to tell everybody everything. That's why you have a journal. And even with a journal, you need to put that up too when you put secrets in it. Okay, so keep those things to yourself. Number 7, take care of yourself mentally and physically. As I did that last video before this video about mental health, as I was saying that yes, mental health is very important. You got to find ways to keep this mind clear, okay? Keep this mind clear and focused in the world so you can achieve, that you can hear where, because sometimes you could be so mentally messed up that if you go out and someone says something to you in public, you're like, huh? Like the words, I see your mouth moving, but I'm not understanding the words. A lot of times it's because you need to work on your mental. You need to start focusing more, like playing games, or maybe if you need to go to the doctor or something, get help to try to get your mental health right, to feel good about yourself and to let everything else and stuff just flow, you know? And physically, of course, you want to take care of yourself. Like me, for example, I exercise dancing. Exercise is very boring. So I learned to dance instead of exercise. That's my exercise, dancing, because they have the same results. Like I have a playlist that I use with my favorite songs on it that's gonna definitely get me moving and dancing, and I love to dance, so I know it's gonna get me moving and dancing. And I go in my bathroom, put my headphones on, and there you go, I'm exercising for a couple of like some time in there, okay, because this music is sounding good. All right, and it's very important, you know, it helps you sometimes with diseases and all kind of other stuff if you get your physical health. And I do believe that mental and physical health go together. Because if you look good, if you work on your physical and you look good to yourself, then your mental health is going to be better also, for the most part. Let's see. Because mental health is a whole pile of things, okay? Like a whole pile of things, all right? So anyways, last one, go for what you want and do it. Go for what you want to do it. Like, life is so short, guys. This is going to make your life so much better, instead of sitting down all the time saying this is my goal year after year and you still have that same goal. You want to do this, you want to move this place, you want this, you want that, you want it to be this way. But then when you go back and look at things, like myself, I've been writing this stuff for 5 years. It hasn't happened yet. What is stopping me? You know, I got to get my mentals together. I got to get everything together so I can make these things happen and I can stop seeing these same things. And when I see the paper of my goals from 5 years ago, I can finally scratch that off and be happy. You know what I mean? So take some risk, but not bad risk, okay? If you know it's gonna kill you, if you know it's gonna do anything bad to you, don't do it, okay? All right. So anyway, that's all for now, guys. I said 10 minutes, but it's 15 minutes. Even worse than the last video. All right, guys. So with that said, that's gonna be all for today. Okay.